We will begin by making the balsawood block with the correct dimensions. This is the billet that the model is cut from using a CNC router. Click on File, New. Click on Part. In the new screen that appears, click on Extruded Boss Base in the top left hand corner. Then move the cursor to the edge of the front plane until it turns orange and click on it to select it. The front plane should turn towards you and the sketching tools should appear in the top menu bar. Click on the rectangle and from the centre of the page click and drag out a rectangle as shown. Press the F button to fill the screen. Then, at the top of the menu bar, click on Smart Dimension. Left click and drag the dimension out from the line you've just drawn. Change this to 223. This is the length of the balsawood block. Again, using the Smart Dimension tool, left click and drag the height of the rectangle out. Left click on it. The number should appear, which you can modify to be the correct height, which is 50. Accept the dimension values you've put in. Then press F again to see the whole rectangle. Again, the rectangle should measure 50 high by 223 long. Then click on Exit Sketch at the top of the menu. You will see a yellow preview of 10 millimeters in one direction. You want it to go two directions so the model extrudes symmetrically in both dimensions. Click on direction 2 and change the dimensions to 32.5 millimeters in both directions. Remember to do both directions, exactly the same value. Obviously then the total width of the balsawood block is going to be 65 millimeters. Again, accept the extrusion when you know it's correct. You should now have a 3D cuboid as shown. We shall now extrude or cut away the hole which appears in the back of the block. This is where the CO2 cartridge goes in the final model. Click on Extruded Cut this time. Then move the cursor down towards the surface you want to select. This should be the surface, obviously, that you're going to draw the circle onto. Click once on it. Then move into the view orientation. Click on Normal to. Using the circle tool, make sure you are directly in the center of the face. Click and drag out a circle roughly 9 or 10 millimeters in radius. Then click on the Smart Dimension tool and dimension the circle so it is exactly 19 millimeters. Accept the value. Again, using the Smart Dimension tool, click on the bottom edge of the face you can see once, then move to the center of the circle and click and drag out a value. Click once and this height should be 29 millimeters. Accept the value and you now have a hole in the center of the face 29 millimeters from the edge. Accept the dimensions you have just made by clicking on the green tick sign on the left hand side. Move the block using the roller ball on the mouse so that you can see the circle and the object. Exit Sketch and you should see a yellow preview going into the block. Enter the distance in the extrude cut dialog box which appears and change it to 52. This is the length of the CO2 cartridge which fits in here. Accept it and you will now have a hole in the back of your block. We must now create a groove with a square cross section that runs across the bottom of the block. Again, click on Extruded Cut and click on the plane or the face that you want to draw the sketch onto. In this case, the same face that you used to draw the circle onto. Click once on this face and select it. Again, view the orientation as normal to. Then click on the corner rectangle tool and click and drag out a rough square of 6 by 6 around the center point as shown. I shall zoom in so you can see this slightly better. Then use the Smart Dimension tool, dimension each side of the square, so that is 6 exactly. Then using the Smart Dimension tool, click on the center of the axis once, then click and drag out a line between the edge of the square and this point, and make it 3 millimeters. This is so that the square is obviously sitting central. Again, accept the dimensions you've entered, then exit the sketch. Again, you will see a yellow preview going so far through the block. You want this extrude cut to go all the way through. So in the dialog box that appears on the left hand side, click on the drop down menu and choose Through All. Accept this. Flip the box on the cuboid over and you will see that you now have a groove running all the way across the bottom of the balsawood block. You are now ready to start cutting the different parts away from this block to create the shape of the F1 car.